everyone, it's Tragic Plum Bob here and we've got a brand new video. So if you've been following along, I've been doing a series where I tour all of the Sims that I've created, but I never actually recorded when I created them. So I thought it'd be such a shame to not tour them and do a video and just kind of run through like the outfits that I put them in, the process of creating and like my feelings. So I did create all of these quite a while ago, but yeah, just thought it'd be good to just do some videos on it and tour them and potentially make them downloadable. All of the CC that I've used will be in a link for you to be able to download and use yourself. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So this first character is Moana. So Moana is one of my favourite films. It's one of the newer ones that I just think the music is fantastic. What an absolute classic. And I love like the storyline that goes along with it. So if we get straight into what Moana is wearing, so in terms of hair, this is by Sims Trouble. So I actually mentioned Sims Trouble in my last video and their hairstyles are incredible. So one thing that it happens to me every time, I'm like, I've got every hairstyle you could imagine, I don't need to download anymore. And then they just upload something onto their Patreon and I'm like, I need that. It's not even like I want that, it's I need that. I need my Sims to be wearing this hairstyle. And they just surprise me every single time. And it's like the level of detail as well. Like I'll click onto this hair now, which is obviously not a Moana hairstyle, but like look at the detail. And then the other thing that I really enjoy about this creator is like the smaller details, such as like the hair ties at the bottom are normally like you can change the colour, like I think it's in the hat setting or even in like the makeup, full face makeup setting, you can edit stuff. And it just, it gives you so many options to mess around with. And then the other thing I really like about this creator is that they give you multiple options on a hairstyle. So for example, we've got this one, but let's say I want to put Moana in a different outfit. I could then put them with this hair, or I could have both of it back. And then I think it just gives you that option where you can use the same hairstyle, but just make outfits look slightly different so it doesn't all look like exactly the same. So absolutely go and check out this creator. You will, once you start digging into all of even their previous, like ones that they set, like uploaded ages and ages ago, you will be downloading forever. And if you've got an Instagram, follow them on Instagram. They also post the most amazing screenshots. Like they're not just a creator, they are a builder. And like the building stuff that they do, it's just, I have to say, it's probably my favorite like aesthetic of Sims. So yeah, go and check them out. Highly recommend it. In terms of necklace, I believe off memory, this is in game. Yep, and it's from Island Living. I thought this represented Moana's necklace really well. I did actually search for a Moana necklace and I couldn't find anything for it. There might be something now because as I mentioned earlier, I created these Sims like quite a while ago and since then there's probably more things that you can download for the characters. So definitely, so one of my top tips when you're trying to create a character, go to Google, type in Moana Sims 4 CC. That is literally how I find all of my CC. I literally just type in Google the character I'm looking for, Sims 4 CC. Don't get me wrong, like it is easier if you can go through someone else's list and they've like linked everything. But go and do that because that's how I find everything. Then in terms of outfits, again, I'm pretty sure this is in game. I want to say it's going to be Discover University. Nope, it's High school, Discover University. Don't have a clue, guys. What is that? What is that one? So it's either high school or Discover University. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not even I think it's high school. So yeah, it's just a high school top. Do you know what? I remember when I created this Moana and I was like, oh, I don't know what on earth to do for the top half. And I found that really, really tricky. But then I found this and I was like, yep, that works. So yeah, this is from High School Discover. Don't know. Put in the comment what one it actually is. And then in terms of bottom half, so we've got a skirt and again, it's from Island Living. And then shoes, I also believe, are from Island Living. Well, nope. I'm so bad at knowing what packs these are from. I can't remember what this one is called. Do you know what? I can probably check here, can't I? Rather than being, let's have a look, let's scroll down. I should probably. So this is Fashion Street Kit. So this is the street kit one, but they work perfectly, don't they? That is Moana's footwear. So yeah, overall, really, really happy with it. I would say I'm not sure again about the body shape. Probably would change this quite a bit if I was to recreate Moana. So then the next character we're going to move on to is Tinkerbell. So I'm going to start off by explaining that when I created this character, when I created Tinkerbell, we did not have fairies in the game. So there is a part of me that's like, do you know what? Now that we do have fairies, I might go back and recreate Tinkerbell and use the wings from that. But these are actually CC wings, and I will get them up in a minute. You can barely see them, but yeah, so when I created Tinkerbell, we didn't actually have fairies, we didn't have wings, so I had to use CC. So yeah, as I say, might go back and recreate if I can actually be bothered. In terms of hair, I'm pretty sure this is a Rufa B, and it's perfect. It's literally Tinkerbell hair. I'm pretty sure I gave her pixie ears, which are so cute. So I did use in-game ones, but you can also download CC ears, which they just gives you a few more different shapes and stuff that you can use. Like I really like this one by Symbionts because they like come out and they just look really like, yes, I'm in here, and you can see it. Yeah, so in terms of hair, I was really happy with, and then I'm pretty sure the makeup might even be in-game makeup, maybe? No, it's not. I can't remember who this creator is. I use this eye makeup quite a lot, but again, when I was like researching and looking into what Tinkerbell looks like, I'm pretty sure that she has this kind of colouring on her eyes. And then in terms of what they are wearing, this is by Jari Sim CC, and I'm pretty sure that this was created with Tinkerbell in mind. It's really cool. It's got like quite a few swatches in like different swatches. So, like, look, that's like an autumnal one. You've got a pink one, but of course I went for the classic green Tinkerbell style. And then in terms of shoes, I don't actually remember her wearing shoes at all in Peter Pan, but I did decide to give her shoes, and they are by Je Suis Sim, who is my absolute go-to when it comes to shoes. So yeah, again, another creator to go and look at and, you know, download. You'll end up downloading every shoe, I'm telling you. I don't think they actually create anymore, but so then I will click onto the wings. So I think, yeah, they are by a creator called Pixis. I'm pretty sure Pixis also does like other things like horns and stuff like that, and maybe some alien eyes. That's off memory. It might not be true. I might be telling porkies, but yeah, as I say, when I created Tinkerbell, we didn't have fairies in the game then, so I used the CC. I think I downloaded it like them specifically for Tinkerbell. And they do come in like loads of different swatches, and I think I just went for these ones because I don't know why I went for that colour. Probably should have gone for like greeny ones or something. I think as well, when I did the edit for my Instagram, I actually removed them completely, because when I removed the background from behind them on Canva, you couldn't even see them anyway. So I ended up using like wings in Canva and putting them behind Tinkerbell to make them look like a fairy. But as I say, I think going back, if I was creating them now, I would use the fairies pack. That makes it easier. The only thing I don't like about the fairies pack is you can't actually take CAS screenshots when you're in the fairy mode, which is just a bit annoying, to be honest. Like, I would like to be able to do the same, like, you know, using these to create screenshots, but in fairy mode. So I'm always like, I don't want to create fairies because of that. Oh, sorry guys, I had to cut because I had a coughing fit. So let's continue. So now we're going to move on to Pocahontas. And with Pocahontas, I was really lucky in terms of the content, because there is a pack which is basically Pocahontas CC. So within the pack, it comes with, if it loads. It comes with this dress, another dress, this necklace, and it comes with a couple of other bits and bobs. Of course it's not loading. Do you know what, guys? I've got so much CC that my game just doesn't work properly. And you know, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to do anything about it because I like having loads of options in my game, although it sometimes is a bit overwhelming. So yeah, for Pocahontas, I used this dress, and so this design of dress had Pocahontas in mind, I believe. It's got loads of swatches, so you can use it for other characters, for other things. It doesn't have to be for Pocahontas, but I went for this swatch. And then in terms of the necklace, again, as I mentioned, it's within this pack. It's by the same creator. I don't know what their name is. It says SS here, but I'm pretty sure if you type in Pocahontas Sims 4 CC, this pack will be like one of the first things that comes up. And I just downloaded all of it. So like, for example, like this is a dress that I used. It also came with this one, but I've never actually used this at all. I've literally only used this. Then the tattoo, that is an in-game base game tattoo, and I was like, that works perfectly. Then in terms of hair, I have got a second outfit, and the reason why there's a second outfit is because I've got a couple of different hairstyles. So the hairstyle that I've used is by Enrique, and again, really like cool creator that I use like all the time. They have like loads of different like hairstyles. Again, another one that you'll go onto and you'll end up downloading. I'm pretty sure they do loads and loads of jewelry, and I think I get more jewelry than I do hairstyles, I believe. Might be telling fibs. I tend to do that a lot when I'm trying to remember what creators I used. But for the second outfit, what I did, I actually used a different hairstyle, which is by Natalia Auditoire. And one thing that's really cool about Natalia Auditoire's pieces is they tend to like make hairstyles like look like they have movement, so that when you put them on poses, you know, you can kind of manipulate it to make it look like it's moving in the wind. So for example, with this, you know, this, I think I put Pocahontas into a pose and it made them look like they had like the wind blowing through their hair. And I mean, come on, Pocahontas, that's so like Pocahontas kind of thing. So this hair I actually think is my favourite one, but the only thing is, obviously, if she's walking around in game like that, she is going to look a little strange. For screenshots, perfect. For walking around, no. So that's why I've got two different outfits. So I've got this one so that when they're walking around, it looks like, you know, straight down. And you know what? I think I've actually got a few more hairstyles since I created these that would probably work a little bit better for Pocahontas. But do you know what? This works fine. And as I say, when they're walking around in game, it looks good. And then this one for screenshot purposes, because colours of the wind, do you know what I mean? Now we're going to move on to Princess Jasmine. Oh, I don't know why they're all sisters, weird. But Princess Jasmine, again, another absolute classic, one of my favourites. And again, I think the CC, the hair that I used was all by one creator. Oh no, I'm going to lie to you once again because I like to lie. But basically the hair is by Sims, and they do quite a few different ones. I've definitely downloaded more than these three. I've had like quite a few before in my file for like different Sims. Oh, this hair is gorgeous. Look at that. It's literally Princess Jasmine's hair in The Sims 4. The outfit is by Stardust, and again, it's perfect. Like, it works really, really well. So it actually comes like top and then trousers. It's Princess Jasmine's outfit. The only thing I will say is I'm not entirely a massive fan of how it cuts around here, but I don't think how I've done the body shape helps with that. I would say I really enjoy Stardust's creations. However, I do sometimes think like this doesn't look as like, the quality of it doesn't look as like Maxis Match as I would prefer. But I think for what I'm trying to achieve, it works really well. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like in game, but you know, this is Jasmine's outfit and it works. The only thing I didn't do actually for Jasmine is give like the large earrings, and I think like that would have been quite nice because Jasmine does have like large gold earrings. The necklace as well, I don't think is what Jasmine wears in the film. It's not like a represented. I just thought it was a nice touch because I was trying to use something that we didn't have, so I was just trying to give a necklace that would actually suit. And then in terms of shoes and footwear, it is My Wedding Stories, and I thought they worked perfectly, and they are stunning. Look at them, look at the colours. So yeah, I thought they worked really, really well. So yeah, the only thing I would say is I probably would have given earrings, changed the necklace, but overall, the hair I think just makes, like, you look and you're like, yep, I know that is Jasmine. So now we're going to move on to Princess Tiana. So I haven't actually watched this film like a lot. I really enjoyed it. The evil guy I thought was like pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't watched this one a lot. However, again, I found this dress, which was like a Tiana dress. And actually, what I did when I opened up these Sims today is I actually went back and I updated how they looked because I wasn't too happy with the hairstyle I'd previously used. So I went back in and I used a completely different hairstyle, again by Sims Trouble, who, as I've already mentioned, amazing, go and check them out. So I used their hairstyle for Tiana because I thought this worked really, really nicely. And then I didn't have any crowns that were like similar to what Tiana wears in the film. So I went for this one, which is from the Royal Legacy pack. And I thought it's green, it works quite nicely. But yeah, the dress is by Stardust. And I really actually, so this one, I think the quality of the dress is really, really nice. I think the only thing again that is a little bit hard to like work around with is like the hip size. So like obviously if she removes the dress, her body shape doesn't actually look like that. I did try to find some outfits for when she's like at work and like when she's doing her job, but I just couldn't find anything that I was entirely happy with, so I kept Tiana in one outfit. I would prefer to have found like another hairstyle that like stuck up more and looked more like Tiana, but I think this works and you can look at the character and be like, I know who that is. But I definitely think I would go back and recreate them completely and just try and go out, CC search and try and find some different things. But overall, really happy with Tiana. Now we're going to move on to Princess Rapunzel. So Tangled, I think, is probably one of my it's probably my favourite out of all the newer ones. So we're going to start off with the dress. So the dress is by, I can't actually remember who that's by. I'll put it all in the CC links. So when these come out, you'll be able to download, you'll be able to have a look at all of them yourselves. But again, one of the only things that I wasn't really happy with about this dress, it's just the quality of it. So like this bit where it looks really flat and not like 3D. Like if you watch the previous video, like when we were going through like Belle and Sleeping Beauty, as I pointed out on those outfits, all of the aspects of the dresses are like 3D and I think they're just chef's kiss. Whereas this, yep, it is Rapunzel's dress. It serves the purpose of what I'm trying to do, but I'm not a massive fan on the detail. Like I think the detail hasn't been as executed as well as like other CC dresses I have. I absolutely love this hair. It is so good and it comes with like the accessories, so I can't actually read the name here, but yeah, they come with like multiple different versions. So if I click on them, you'll be able to see. So you've got like one that like the hair goes like back a little bit. You've got this one which I think makes the braid a little bit thinner. You've got this one which is the one that I believe I use, and it's like got the hair, or no, I think I used this one, and it's got the hair pieces out at the front and it's like a wider braid at the back. And then in terms of like the flowers in the hair, so they are an accessory that you can get in the hat section. So again, they're by the same creator, and you can like download it as a set, so they'll come together. So yeah, if you do download it, you've got the hairstyle in the hair section, and then you've got the flowers in the hat section, and they come with multiple different swatches, which are beautiful. Yeah, look how gorgeous they are. But I went with the classic Rapunzel ones because I'm obviously trying to make it look like the character. They come with like 2 different versions. So this one, they're not too different. I think it's just like one's like slightly wider. But yeah, absolutely stunning piece of CC. Again, I will have a link. And then just for a little bit of fun, what I did do is I gave Rapunzel a frying pan, because I was like, that's... So if you've watched the film, like, she hits Flynn Rider with a frying pan, and it's just an iconic part of the whole bit Entangled, and it's quite funny. So I just thought, so one thing I really like to do when I'm creating characters is like try and include those like funny moments. So like you can, you know, you see the pan and you're like, oh, I remember that bit in the film. I can't actually, it's not like letting me clip to where it is in the CC, so I can't actually tell you who it's by, but I'm pretty sure it's by someone probably like Mel, like what is one of my pose creators that I will use regularly. So like when they're doing poses, these are the accessories that come with it, but some of them just work really well in CAS and they look like they're holding it. Some of them they don't, some of them they're like flying into the background, so you can't actually use. But for this I was very lucky, and the frying pan actually like stayed in her hand for when I was in CAS. So then when it came to actually taking pictures, basically you just had to choose ones where the pan was like still there and not like flying off somewhere. But yeah, just an additional touch, not needed, but you know, it gives that Rapunzel, more like the whole Tangled vibe. We're then going to move on to Frozen. So again, I really enjoyed Frozen. It's one of the newer ones that I thought was really good, but again, it's not that new anymore, is it? It's probably like 12, but actually that and Tangled are probably coming up to 12, 13 years old. So then, yeah, they're not really new anymore. But in terms of hair, I remember when I created this, I went again and found an Elsa hairstyle. So this was the one that I found for it, and I think it works really, really well. In terms of earrings, I went for these like snowflake style earrings, which I thought were like very cute, very relevant to their character. In terms of like facial features, I used my favourite Rosebud, and yeah, for Rapunzel and for Tinkerbell I also used Rosebud, and also for Tiana I used Rosebud. Again, it just like makes those features like of the face stand out a little bit more. Then in terms of the dress, I'm pretty sure this is an in-game dress. Oh no, I'm lying once again. I'll just ignore me. I don't know what anything is from, but I'm pretty sure there is an in-game version of this. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what pack it's from, but I'm pretty sure this is the same as the in-game one, but with different swatches. Again, thought this worked really, really well for Elsa. But yeah, not much else to say on Elsa. Like, I didn't, you know, I think it looks like Elsa. I would say the face, I found it really hard. Like, it wasn't exactly what I was picturing, but you know, it still was served the purpose of what I was going for. Which leaves me to Anna. And I'll be honest, I wasn't very happy with Anna. So I'll click onto the character and I'll walk through like the kind of things what I'm not too happy with now I'm looking back at it. So the first thing is I don't like body shape. I think it just looks a little bit strange. I think her neck looks a little bit strange. The dress is, I think I downloaded it. Don't know who this creator is. So I only know who the creators is if I know the logo of them or if it says here. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure who this is. But again, a little bit similar to other ones I've mentioned today, like the Tangled dress. The thing that I'm not a massive fan of about it is it doesn't have like as much detail into the dress. Like, it looks very flat and not as 3D, but it is Anna's dress. You can tell that it's Anna, and it works pretty well. But no, I'm not happy with the body shape at all. I think she looks very, I don't know how to explain it. but would probably go back and make them completely different, to be honest. And then in terms of like the hair that I've used, it was, you're going to click on another hair by Enrique, who again we've already actually looked at in this video, and as I said previously, they are a creator I would definitely recommend. But yeah, even the facial shape, I'm just not overly happy with Anna. I think they worked well in the screenshots, but yeah, no, not really feeling it. What downer to end on. No, I'm joking. I think like it works well. Like, so if I click on like the poses as well, it does, like when they pose, they do look more like Anna. But yeah, no, probably would make them completely differently. But I think that's like one of the things that's like kind of cool about like looking back on these Sims, because I do think since I created my Disney Sims, have improved in like CAS and stuff, and like the way that I'll do things is slightly different. Like, but you know, I'm overall really happy. Yeah, there you go. That looks like a little bit like Anna. I wouldn't mind like trying to create all of the Frozen characters. I think what I would like to be able to do eventually is go away and create all of like the different families for like all of the different ones. So like put Elsa, Olaf. I mean, I don't know how on earth I would do Olaf in CAS. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I mentioned before, there will be a CC list, so you'll be able to download everything. I still at this point haven't decided whether I should make my Sims downloadable on the gallery. And the reasons for this is I don't think that when you download them, they'll look like they do in my game. One, because of all the CC I use, and if you don't download that, they will not look the same. I also use the Dove free shade in my game, which again, I think makes my Sims look different to when they're in other people's games. And then I also feel like I would like them to all, like, for example, I'd like them to have an outfit for formal, for this, for that, which is, you know, not too much effort, but like, I just want it to be perfect, and I don't think it'll be perfect. And then, yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I'm not sure about downloading. And then I guess there's this whole other thing of, what about people downloading and using it as their own? I don't know, but definitely something I'm thinking about. So yeah, watch this space. They might be on the gallery at some point. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope that you enjoyed all of the Sims that I've created. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.